All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we have a fantastic 4 deck in standard because everyone's been trying to make it work. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've spent literally days messing with this list and we've tried all kinds of stuff. We'll talk about it at the end of the video, some of the other cards that we tried. So, yeah, anyway, let's talk about the cards in this list. So, we're going to start with some Defend the Rider. I think this is very important because we do need to protect our early mana creatures, but sometimes if you just have one part of the combo out, you kind of just need to protect it anyway. And this leaves you a big body after sweepers. But we have other ways we can win other than just the Fantastic Four. Speaking of which, we have Shocking Sharpshooter. And one of the things we're going to see is there's also like a mini combo in here that doesn't need all of the Fantastic Four that can allow you to win with just a Sharpshooter. Badger Bolt Cub, because we do want more mana in this list because the Fantastic Four are expensive cards to cast. Intrepid Paleontologist, this gives us multiple colors of mana and happens to be a human, which is important. And then we have just random other ways to get rid of graveyard stuff or whatever that we're getting out of it. We have a couple of Torgal, a Fine Hound, which lets us put a +1/+1 counter on a human, which is good because I can kind of start to trigger the chain if necessary. Then we have Astonishing Ant-Man. Every turn, or actually not this one, this is the other one. And every time you draw a card, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on a thing. And this is actually important because this allows us to have a kind of mini combo where we don't need the thing necessarily. So if we can put a counter on this and we have Invisible Woman out, Invisible Woman makes a token, Mr. Fantastic lets us draw a card, and then you put a counter on this, so on and so on. If you have the Sharpshooter out, then you can just win anyway. Or if you have Johnny Storm out, you can also win. Speaking of which, we're only playing 2 copies of this because we are playing 2 copies of the Sharpshooter, and they kind of do the same thing in this situation. Now, we do have one Ant-Man Colony Commander. This is a way that can get us just an extra insect token every turn by putting a +1/+1 counter on something. So it only triggers once a turn, but maybe it's a card we need to get started or not. But if there's a card to cut, it's probably this one. Of course, we've been talking about Mr. Fantastic. Every time you make a token, you get to draw a card, so no surprise there. Invisible Woman, every time we put a +1/+1 counter on something, we get to make a token, which obviously fits into the chain. Another interesting card we get to play is Overlord of the Hauntwoods. This card's kind of gone forgotten a little bit because the format's sped up, but the fact that we can actually still use it to make mana, which helps us out, but also make a token, which triggers things, is pretty good. Now, one of the cards that I think actually really works here is Earth's Mightiest Heroes, right? Because we're generating so much mana. Sometimes we're just looking for a card, but if we can get a couple of things out and then we cast this, we go for teamwork and we can find all the missing pieces sometimes, or just 1 or 2 parts that make the combo. We don't actually need all 4 Fantastic Four members. Though we are playing to the Thing, Ben Grimm, I will say this. If there's one that could be cut, I could see a world where we cut 2 of the Thing and play an additional Sharpshooter and another Human Torch, and that actually probably has more overall value to us. But for now, because we're trying to play the Fantastic Four, we're going to go ahead and leave them in there. And then, of course, Improvisation Capstone, because why not, right? Like, we have enough mana. That's another way that if our board gets swept, we can rebuild, find our pieces. But again, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman are like the key pieces. Everything else are kind of supporting parts to this build. So this is going to be kind of crazy, but if it works, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And don't forget, if you want to buy this or anything else, because this deck's a little cheaper to build because most of your key creatures in this one happen to be uncommons in the form of the Fantastic Four, be sure to check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com, and you can use my code DRAGON over there, which is just DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on whatever you decide to put in your cart. And I really appreciate it because we put a lot of times into these silly decks, so I hope you support our sponsors that support the channel. But yeah, if nothing else, just give us a like just for even trying this. Give us a subscribe if you haven't yet. Trying to get to 50,000. We're still a bit of ways, but hey, every little bit helps. But for now, let's go see how many games we could win with this Fantastic Four pile of mess. Oh, mulligan that one. You know, I don't love this hand, but I don't hate it either. All right, here's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to put this on human, and then we're just going to run out of Badger Mole, let this make green. Oh, we're up against a Spider-Man deck. Okay, let's go with Badger Mole and play Ant-Man. Pass the turn. Nope, we're both ramping up. If they attack, we're not blocking, though. I don't know if they're aware of that, but we definitely would not in this scenario. Okay, well, because their creature's worth a bit more than ours is. Oh, let's see. 3, 6, 7, 8. We could just make a 7/7 and be ready to fight. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just see what you want to do against a 7/7. I can say like land or a Boroid, and I'll be like, yeah, that's a good answer. All right. Okay, well, Quicksilver is a bit late to the party. You want Quicksilver in your first turn or two. So we're not too worried about that. Let's fire up and pay his extra. So he's a big 5/5. And I think we just attack with the 7 ball. Because if he connects, he gets to add counters because of himself. So he goes to a 9/9. Spider manifestation, sure. All right, well, the opponent has gone quite wide. Oh, well, now they tap the flyers. So that actually, or reach creatures, so that helps us. So they're going to deal a point. We're going to put extra counters on the thing. And yeah, attack. Probably also attack since we're holding another one. Yeah, sure. Oh, I guess I could have attacked with everything because of the trample, huh? Because they would have blocked. Yeah, we could have had lethal here. We're really close to it. It would have either been Xaxes or they'd have been at like 1, but that's fine, I guess. It's neither here nor there. If they have a removal of some kind, so be it. We'll have our 1 creature and hope for the best. They do not. They're playing spiders, man. Yeah, getting rid of one of those now doesn't do a whole lot. We already got our money's worth. Yep. Oh, can we keep this? We can't. We don't even have blue mana. All right. I don't like just having the Badger Mole there, but this is fine, I suppose. I mean, we can run out Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter can just eat a bullet, I guess. Because we don't want to just not do anything. But if you were going to do nothing, I would wait, play Badger Mole, try to protect Badger Mole next turn, then do other things. There's a good chance Sharpshooter's just out of here. Nope, there's a Corroding Dragonstorm. And that's it. Okay. Well, I don't know how much just taking damage is going to be a big deal, so I'm going to sit on the Stomping Ground. And we're only going to attack with the Sharpshooter. We might also just hit a situation where we have to just cast Earth's Mightiest Heroes on its own, which is going to suck, but you do what you got to do. But right now, we don't have white or blue mana, so there's a lot of cards we could draw that would be really bad. Which kind of sucks for us. Oh, that's cute. That counts as a dragon. It's only going to be... Yeah, that's not even close to enough. Alright, well, we can at least attack with some of this. In the turn. Maybe we find another Badger Mole? That would be kind of nice to set up Improvisation Capstone. I wouldn't hate that. Or in any other mana creature, really. I mean, we have a lot of options. We just got to find them. Whoa. Tombstone. Tombstone? So we're doing villains with changelings? That's interesting. Well, we can't even cast that. So we're kind of still back where we started. And we can't attack because they have this guy up. So we just have to pass. Oh, that sucks. We have a lot of blue and white sources too. So like not even having access to the other colors right now is pretty rough. And we have a bunch of mana creatures that make multiple colors. So we have outs if we can get there. All right, there's a Tombstone. Return a tombstone. Yeah, why not? It's the only thing over there. All right. Come on, deck. Okay, that's helpful. I mean, a turn late, we could have stopped him from getting a tombstone, but we'll take it. Opponent goes down to 19. Pass the turn. This is sad. We're just hoping to get through this turn with our board so that we could cast Improvisation Capstone, I think. Because 2, 4, 5, 6... Even if we could cast Earth's Mightiest, we wouldn't have the creatures to tap to it. I guess if we found a land, we could. But then we'd be shields down completely. So, like, I don't know. We want an untapped land either way, realistically, to give us options. But at least if we get to resolve the capstone, then whatever happens from there happens, you know? Yeah, alright. No Bloxies, I guess. Actually, that's not true. We might as well block here, right? I mean, because if you're going to sweep the board or something, you're going to do what you're going to do anyway. Oh, there's a Dr. Doom. Well, that's unfortunate. Well... Now I'm tempted to just make the 1/1 because I don't think they're going to sweep the board, though they could and be left with a Dr. Doom. But I think we're just going to make the 1/1 now just to have stuff available and just see what happens. I guess we'll exile something. Man, just getting stuck on mana for so long was rough. I don't know if we can get out of this. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could cast Earth's Mightiest, but we'd only have 4. I guess this is all we got to do. I mean, this is just kind of whatever happens from here happens, you know? So we'll go Ant-Man first, Sharpshooter. So Sharpshooter enters and we get the 2 triggers, which would be nice. All right. No attacks. I mean, we are only at 10, so this is not what I would call good by any stretch. That is the one when you draw your second card each turn, make a dude. Okay. Well, we're down to 8, and everyone's going to be on blocking duty. I don't think we're going to have a choice. Yep. So, how do we not die in this scenario? When you draw your second card, you get a 2/1 dude. When you're 7th, so, well, that's a long way away, so we're not going to worry about that. It's a problem for future us. We could, like, double block one of these, chump one, block here, chump one, take 5. I think that's our safest bet. I mean, we're still close to dying. Oh, that land is a bit late. Yeah, we're obviously going to cast it. Well, we get 1 big body. I think we have to just try to go for a combo situation. But golly, this is bad. Like, how much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6? So we get either of these, or we tap down and risk losing. I say we just go for it. This is what we're here for, right? Tap for green, tap for green. There we go. Tap this. I doubt we're going to get there, but here's hoping. Nope. We tried our best. But we're not dead yet. I mean, we can still, for the moment, block everything, right? And we gain life from the Invisible Woman if they don't get rid of her. We'll have a point from Human Torch if he survives this combat. I mean, I don't know. This is close-ish. All right, we go down to 3, which means everybody has a block, but we knew that anyway, so that's not a shocker. But actually, if the opponent all-out attacks, then they just lose, right? Yeah, we go to 1, but that's not going to kill us. Good thing we didn't take any more damage from a land. The opponent's deck's kind of interesting. Yeah, obviously we're blocking. So we block, we block, we block. Seems good. And then we just win. Oh, wow. That was way closer than I wanted it to be. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I guess we keep it. I would think, though, on the ladder, Cavern of Souls has much more value. So it's probably something to keep in mind. I don't even know, like, we're only playing 1 Baxter building and 2 Cavern of Souls, but I wonder if it should be 3 Cavern of Souls. Like, they might be overthinking it a bit, but it sort of feels that way. All right, Leatherhead. Well, hopefully I will have somebody worthy to throw in front of you shortly. I kind of want to put the counter on the land that only produces colorless, so if something weird happens, we could get green out of it. But the first human gets the counter, so let's go ahead and do this. We could build this up faster. Then we get to do this. All right. And the reason that's important is a 3/3 Ant-Man attacking would allow us to play a 7/7 Ben Grimm, which has real value. And the opponent opted not to attack there. Very interesting. All right, so we get 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So maybe we don't Ben Grimm, but we Mr. Fantastic and Human Torch. Because that's 7 or 6, 9. We could do that too. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I did that wrong. I should have done Human Torch first, because he would have got the +1/+1. Ah, that was dumb. Because then they would have put the Sphinx on ice and they wouldn't want to attack with it. Yeah, that's my idiot move. All right, down to 14. Oh, they have a second Sphinx anyway, so I have a feeling they would have been willing to trade. They would not have cared about that exchange. All right, well, things being what they are, I think we could take 2, mostly because I want to be able to draw a card with the Baxter building. And then we go attacking with a 10/10. Sure. I mean, if they block with one of their flyers, we don't care. I mean, that's a 10 ball. We're happy with that. All right. Here I was talking crap about the thing, but we might win a ladder game with them, so I don't know. Opponent has a bunch of hexproof stuff, which I actually get if you're worried about all these control decks and everything with all the spot removal. I don't blame them, honestly. Just making it where your opponent can't target your stuff is pretty good. All right, cool. Mulligan that one. All right, we'll try it. Oh, that doesn't feel good. All right. Oh, they didn't have it. I mean, I should just run the sharpshooter out there. I just figured I'd gamble and see what was up. Mostly because if you run the sharpshooter out, there's a chance then you get to Badger Maul and something the next turn. Whereas now, like, they would have got rid of sharpshooter and we would have had Badger Maul, Badger Maul. There you go. Point proven. But doesn't really matter. We got lucky anyway. What are you playing here, opponent? That you're playing that much weight and need starting town? What is this that you are assembling? Enduring Innocence. Okay. Well, if we can find another red source, we'd be doing something. We need a red source before they sweep the board. That's what we need. Don't know that we're going to get it, though. This is very well just Day of Judgment. White Orosite. Same difference, I guess. All right, come on. That's not it. All right, well. Feel free to hit us with the split up. Oh, they're playing token control is what this is. Yep, there's a Voice of Victory. That makes sense. Play the talent? No. Hey, we found the red source. Yay, because we were probably about to be in bad shape. So, big deal that we get to resolve this. All right, so if we attack, this takes 4 to do, right? I guess there's a world where this is bad, but we'll find out. Yeah, I figured something like that might happen, but I'm just like, if you have it, you have it. I'm fine with it. Sounds good. I mean, we got our money's worth. We're on the free spells now, and everything else is 6 mana or less. So I was willing to risk it. Not the scariest thing. And now if they sweep the board, we at least have our capstone that can help us get caught back up. Long way from out of the woods, though. Okay, they're not sweeping the board, because if they were, you'd see... Oh, we drew Earth's Mightiest. Can we combo? They could also have instant speed removal or something, too. So, can't get too excited. This is... when you put a counter... Yeah, it doesn't matter the order on these, I don't think. Deal a damage. Deal a damage. We're going to Earth's Mightiest. For some reason, it makes you manually tap for this card. I have no idea why. And we will tap the dudes that can't attack or aren't as effective attacking. Come on. Big money, no whammies. Oh, we get all of this? Well, the thing, having another thing is not a big deal. We'll take it, though, because it is damage. Keep the one that's not summoning sick. Yeah! Yeah! We did it! Woo! We didn't even get to have to attack with this one. Oh, I think we do, actually. It's not quite enough. It'll be close, though. Because Overlord or Trigger, we'll get to draw a card, put a counter on a guy, make a token. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so the situation, we still had, whatever, 11 triggers of Sharpshooter to resolve. But we would have resolved the Overlord making a token, which we did. So that would have drawn us a card. We'd have put a counter on the colony commander. That would have triggered Invisible Woman, which would have made another token, so we would have dealt 2 more damage. And then we would have drawn another card, and then we get to attack with Thing and whatever. So, whoo, Earth's Mightiest Heroes coming in clutch. We're going to keep this and hope we're not up against some hyper aggro thing. Oh, no, that's not the card we wanted to draw. Ah, dang it. That sucks. All right, maybe they don't have the removal. Okay. I mean, they have something. There's no way you kept the hand where you're not doing anything, but, you know. Oh, Bobble. Sure, why not? Okay, let's run this duder out there. I don't think there's a world where we're going to get the value out of these Earth's Mightiest Heroes. This matchup does not feel like that type of situation. So, I think the best we're going to hope for is maybe getting to resolve the improvisation capstone and go from there. Because there's a chance this is just like gonna sweep the board here with deadly cover up or something. But our hopes now are just untap land, right? Like that's what we're hoping for. Whether it happens or not, whole different story. Nope, here comes the thing that's gonna wipe everything out. Oh, it's not. I thought it was gonna be the other one. Ew. Well, if that's the case, sorry, Ant-Man, you gotta go. I thought they were gonna do withering, whatever that thing is. Yeah, let's get this capstone going. That's huge for us. Feel like we got away with one. Oh, here comes Galactus. Invisible Woman's going away. Fair enough. The problem is, opponent just has so much life. I don't know if we're going to be able to overcome this anyway. Okay, you're down. You're down. Maybe I'm not even supposed to play anything there. Because if they have a sweeper... Yeah, we probably should have held on to that Ant-Man. Because I have to assume... Yeah, exactly. Just going to be a sweeper. Alright, well... We will try our best. Maybe we get lucky, hit one of the other... Nope. What do we get here, though? Huh. Well, I think we have to do this. The only thing that makes sense is either the thing... We got to take the thing. And then here's hoping we get to resolve the other Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Oh, they're not going to... They get to take it out of our hand, though. Don't take Earth's Mightiest Heroes, please. Okay, they're taking Mr. Fantastic. That does limit us comboing. But they might already have the parts anyway, so I'm not going to sweat it. If they have it, they have it. We lose anyway. Oh, no, you get to blink that out. All right, we're just done. All right. I guess we try this? Probably going to lead with Sharpshooter, I think, in most cases. And then try to defend the Paleontologists. But I don't know. Like, we would love more mana creatures along the way, obviously, now that we drew the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but we'll see what happens. Oh, there's a Mind Stone. Okay. If we do that, does that unlock anything? Alright, let's just do this, so if they have some removal, maybe it targets that. I feel like the Paleontologist is more important right now than the Sharpshooter. Yeah, we wouldn't have survived, so I'm not upset we did that, actually. Because we need this quite a bit more. Hopefully they just have another Maelstrom Pulse. Nope. Annex. Yep. That sucks. Can we get... Nope. I was thinking like some other creature and something, and then maybe we have a chance to do something with the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but it looks like that's not the case. Yep. Big Demon. The good news is this likely means they're not going to sweep the board at any point. So maybe we can get a turn to set something up. There's a lot of hopes and dreams riding on this next turn, though. Weathermaker. Okay. Sure. Oh, just passing, not even attacking. Huh. All right, well, we go to 14. Oh, as much as I would like to have this Ben Grimm, I think we have to go for it, right? All right, well, we're going to 12. We're all in, right? In for a penny, in for a pound. This is what we're here for. All right. Tap, tap, tap. I guess it does this so it doesn't tap the wrong creatures. I guess tap these two. Anything good? No. All right. Well, we tried. We did the best we could. If there was ever a time the board was going to get swept, it's definitely now. I mean, we do get a couple of cards off of this, so it's not the worst thing. It's just, what does this look like after they sweep the board? Have we played a land yet? I don't remember if we did. Oh, opponent's just scooping. All right, they don't have anything. Woo! I was generally waiting till we had a couple more parts, and I was just going to draw down to where, like, if they swept the board, we would have still had 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Plus 1 in hand would have been 8. So I was just like, okay, can we get to a situation where we have all of the parts in hand, and then we can just deploy them over 2 turns? Would have been my game plan. But fortunately, we did not have to get to that. Oh, let's mulligan that. Keep it, and we'll tuck back a capstone. And here, I think if we find another mana creature, I would be okay with playing that. And then we wait and try to protect the Badger Mole next turn. Oh, actually, they're just playing green. Then, like, yeah, let's just go for it. This is just like if you drop a swamp or something and get us, congrats, you got us. Or a random body fight spell or something. I don't know. Okay. Let's just take some damage. Just start setting things up, I guess. Are we just going to see a Hydra this turn? Since it didn't... Oh, there's white mana. Oh, not to say we won't still see a Hydra. We're just not going to see it right now, is the thing. Okay, that's interesting. Draw a card. Close, but not quite what we're looking for. I mean, opponent really only needs one good turn, especially if you get the right lanes to give trample to the with the Ascension. But our old buddy Overlord of the Hauntwoods is still pretty legit. It's crazy how Overlord of the Hauntwoods was genuinely felt like it was everywhere for a minute, and then sort of just fell off. All right. Well, 2, 4, 5. Maybe we're supposed to just... The problem is if we attack, it only makes sense to attack with the Overlord and nothing else. If we get the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Oh no, we wouldn't be able to do it anyway. So it doesn't even matter. If we're going to do that, then let's just try to set up for a win then, right? Take some damage. If they trample us and get us, so be it. Cost of doing business. Okay. Oh, can we combo next turn? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we'll need one more mana. If we could draw one more. All right, Nursery. That's bad, but still not the worst thing. They'll probably have a fetch land, though, which will complicate things a little bit because of all the +1s. Ordeal of Nihilea, sure. All right. So they're going to go get a bunch of duders. Man, I want to assemble the team so badly. Y'all have no idea. Yeah, you got it, man. Those creatures are as big as you want them to be. All right. Yeah, I'm not even going to block. I don't even want you to get any more triggers. Come on, untap land. Untap land. Oh, we did it. We did it. All right. So... Oh, but I have to get through with the thing first. Dang it. We're still going to be one short. Oh, wait. No, we're not going to be one short. Because we can protect the thing. I mean, I guess they would double block. But all right. Oh, no, it won't matter when we attack with the Hauntwoods. Never mind. So we get red, get double green from here, play Human Torch. And then we won't even have to get to the damage step. Avengers, not Avengers assembled, Fantastic Four assembled. We did it. Oh, we got to do the thing. In a real standard game against a real deck. Okay. All right. I didn't think we were actually going to get the actual 4 on the battlefield, but we did the thing. Wow. When the opponent had 2 Ascensions. Excellent. The Fantastic Four is not just a meme. We actually did it. Oh, goodness. That's so stressful. But yeah, this deck managed to work out, and I don't know why this makes me so randomly happy. I think if you really wanted to, you could cut the 1 Ant-Man. And yes, we're playing 62 cards, mostly because I got to a point where I was just like, you know what? We just got to go with it and see if it works. But if you wanted to cut the Ant-Man entirely to go to 61, or you wanted to cut it to play another Human Torch or another Sharpshooter, I think that's totally reasonable. We did try at one point the Practicum. I believe we tried doing this to just see if, hey, if we could just get extra damage on our creatures, is that enough to win? We tried Repulsive Mutation, which I kind of liked, to be honest. If you hadn't seen this card in a minute, you can counter something equal to X, where you can pay X to put that many counters on something, and then you counter a spell up to the largest power of the creatures you control. Now, the interesting thing about this is putting those counters sometimes could be the impetus to start the combo. So if you're missing some of the other cards, this one was actually pretty interesting. So I wasn't upset at that. And then one of the others that I tried for a bit was Felidar Retreat. And this was doing 2 things, right? It can put counters on stuff, which can start the combo, or it can make a token, which can start the combo. Also, it gave us a little extra reach against the control decks, which was a big deal. So if they sweep the board, you're like, okay, I can start making dudes and at least do something, even if we're not going to win with the Fantastic Four or whatever. So that was an option. But then I slowly started coming around to just doing the Sharpshooter, and that made almost more sense to me, since now we have like redundancy with the Human Torch, but it's actually kind of easier because we're already, it's 2 mana, first off. It also has reach, but 3 toughness. And then if we're in the situation where we're just like drawing and making tokens or whatever, then like that's just enough, right? And then that led me to Improvisation Capstone. It's like, okay, well, if we just do this, then now we don't even have to worry about sweepers or whatever. We can try to rebuild. It's still going to be difficult, but at least gives us an out. And then I was like, wait, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, right? So if we can just get to where we have all that mana, because we are playing a lot of mana, right? 4 Badger Mole, 3 Paleontologists, 2 Torgal, 3 Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Like, you just need something to do with that mana. And even if it's just finding like 1 piece sometimes to get things started, because again, remember, you only need 3 cards to actually combo, realistically, right? You need something that can draw cards. Really, it's Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and some other piece, right? Like, that's kind of where we are. If you get the Ant-Man, or Astonishing Ant-Man, so you can draw, put a counter, make the token, blah, blah, blah. And then that can at least get you rolling. But yeah, it's really, really interesting. I guess technically it's still a 4-piece combo. It just can be set up with 3, and then you find the other part. But yeah, we went through a lot of different, honestly, almost 4 days. Oh, interesting. 4 days working on the Fantastic Four deck. But 4 evenings, basically, to get us to this. but it's at least playable. I would say this though, if you're missing anything and you do want to cut stuff, I think having another Defend the Rider isn't bad. Because a lot of times you're waiting until turn 3 so that you can play a mana creature, defend it, and then start playing your 4, 5, 6 things back to back to back, and forcing your opponent to deal with those. But we were able to get 29 creatures in the deck, so a lot of threats. Granted, a chunk of those are actual mana creatures, but a lot of actual threats, and our spells are quite big, right? We have Improvisation Capstone, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and then a couple of Defend the Rider. So lots going on. Super fun. Now, I will say, in our latter games, we were only 5-3, but 5-3 is still a winning record. So I'm going to take it because I didn't think this was even a thing. So the fact that we could even do it was pretty exciting. So yeah, again, 5-3 isn't much, but it's something. I'm going to take it and hang my hat on it because this deck was super hard to build. Again, I thought it was just going to be a meme. We got to see the combo assembled with the Fantastic Four. We got to see some wins where we only had individual pieces. So yeah, just thumbs up all around because, man, this was a chore. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. I'm going to leave this list up over on Moxfield for you. And please, we're trying to get to 50,000 before the end of the year. If you haven't subscribed, I know a bunch of y'all watch this and haven't hit the button. Please do so. I'd really appreciate it. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.